Hello everybody, today I'm going to be building my Lego planes in Space Flight Simulator. If you haven't seen my other video on them, you should probably check it out. They look pretty cool. This is kind of like a filler video, but let's start. So, first one I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be making this one. The lunar lander rocket kind of thing. So you can see here, I'm making like the engine kind of thing. And I'm trying to get the kind of like thrust weight right. So, yeah. And I'm going to add the orange. This is all completely unmodded, so I don't have like the custom colors for like tan. And I'm just building the body. I replaced it with silver. And that's pretty much the first stage done. That's on to the second stage. Second stage only needs one Valiant engine. Not very powerful. I just did a little bit of texturing there. And some RCS. Now it isn't actually on the Lego plane. The Lego plane does not have, rocket. The rocket doesn't actually have like RCS, but I just thought I would add it. Now I'm making the lander. I have no idea why I added this heat shield. I remove it. Yeah, see, I remove it pretty quickly. I have this little like battery kind of thing on the side, and I also have a like solar panel on the side, but you can't really make that in Space Flight Simulator. So I just added a normal solar panel to the side. So I used that as the battery. And then I added a solar panel right here. For the thing. Now the rocket does not have any landing legs. I'm not going to add any. Just to keep it kind of true to the Lego build. You see, I'm adding RCS here as well. Pretty sure that top stage has just enough fuel to get back to Earth. I'm coloring this one gray because, well, I can't color it green. And then I'm going to color this, the bottom part, in that fuel tank, silver for like that silver part of the engine. I'm saving this. So, yeah. So now I'm going to be doing this one. Now, this one is actually kind of challenging because it's like hard to get the shape of the engine right. The solid rocket motor at the bottom. You can see me trying to do it right here. The rest of the rocket is not that bad to make, but the solid rocket booster is just so hard to like make the nice cone kind of thing. You can see me struggling here. Not sure else what to say. It's not really a special rocket. Well, it's a Mercury sample lander. The solid rocket booster gets it up into a suborbital trajectory, and then that upper stage which I'm building right here just now, it will get us to orbit and will get us to Mercury with a gravity assist from Venus. And then that Mercury probe, that I'm about to build on the top, it will land, and then it'll do some science experiments and stuff, and then it'll like drill down to get like samples and stuff. And then the top part of it will take off and go back. So now you can see me building the probe now. I'm going to use the Atlas rocket engine. Well, the Redstone rocket engine, really. If you want to see me launch these and actually like try and follow their missions they're supposed to do, hit that like and subscribe button because so you can see I just finished that drill on the top. I have to put it one down so it attaches to the fuel tank. There, that's pretty much the rocket done. Just have to move the top stage down and add the color in. Once again, there is no like yellow, so I'm using gold. There is no red, so I'm going to use that. And then there's no like windows texture. There's no green and no like clear kind of color. So I'm just going to use the pre-existing colors. But with that being said, the rocket is now done. This is it. So yeah, if you want me to launch these, just hit that subscribe button and might do it for 30 subs special. Might do it for something else. Who knows? Who knows? I'm adding a little bit of my own design flair. Adding that little tank there. It also gives the fuel to the Hawk engine, because there are no solid rocket boosters this size. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I just added RCS to the bottom there. I'm saving it. I'm gonna move on to the next one. The next one I'm gonna do is this one, the lifting body plane. This is probably gonna be a really tricky one. I'm going to try and do it in the side view. And this is actually a new version of it. The back used to be what I would use like 2-3 Hawk engines or a Titan engine. Now it looks kind of like an actual plane and has like a finished off tail with a vertical stabilizer and an exhaust. So what you can see me here doing is I'm trying to recreate that gray bottom. And I'm going to create like the little upwards thing of it. You can see I'm using the aerodynamic parts, the aerodynamic coverings. And I did kind of make a mistake here because I made it go up like way too shallow. Like it went too far back but didn't go up enough. But I didn't really change it since it was already done. So I guess we're stuck with that. And here's me trying to make the nose. Definitely not my best nose creation, but I think it works. I used the 6 wide nose cone, and I thought that would be big enough for me to just like directly start like doing the top here. But then I realized I finish up the nose cone here, and then I took another aerodynamic fairing piece, like those couplings for the engines, and then I put it sideways underneath there, like that, and I colored the fuel tank. Then I realized the top needs to be way farther down, like way farther down. I tried to extend it a little bit, like that, and then it went over there, and I kept adding fuel tanks because I didn't see the back. And I was like, oh, you see right here? I realize I need to make it a lot bigger, a lot taller. So yeah, now I'm using the 8 wide part, and I'm going to redo the nose. Not redo, I'm gonna, well, actually, kind of, yeah, redo, but not really redo. Just gonna fix it up a little bit by adding some 8 wide of these nose cones. And then I finish up the top. I decided to remove the 6 wide fuel tanks instead of putting 8 wide fuel tanks. And instead of putting the 8 wide fuel tanks, I did 12 wide, as you can see here. It all worked out in the end. Not sure if it was the best decision, but I think it was fine. I don't think it affects the design that much. So I added that part there to like kind of like finish off that gray part area, whatever. Now I'm like fixing up the tail so that I can finish off the back. This is where I realize it's a little bit, I need to make it a little bit steeper, but I didn't really do anything about it. So I just put the separators here to cap it off. And I never really edited the back after that. Oh. Now this thing wasn't like meant to fly. If you put some engines on it, I think it could fly, but not meant to. I'm gonna leave descriptions. I'm gonna leave the BP links down in the description if you wanna use any of these. But yeah. I colored that back area a little bit more gray just to help it fit. Now I'm doing that like gray covering at the top. That was to keep the plane together because it's Lego. It kind of falls apart pretty easily if you don't have that gray tile on top. So I just added that. And these orange ones are supposed to be the base of the red vertical stabilizer. But I kind of couldn't really remake a vertical stabilizer because I put the vertical stabilizer up against my screen while I was making it. And I was trying to use the nose cones, the 8 wide nose cones for it. But then I realized whenever I put it up normally, like as if you were putting it on like a normal booster, it just wouldn't fit. It would be too steep. So I flipped it the other way to make it more shallow. But then it was too shallow. So I couldn't really find like a middle ground, so I just kind of had to go with the steeper option. But you're going to see that in a second. Here I'm deciding to make the engines. Yeah, this is pretty much it. I might make some how to builds for some of these. Like, not these that I'm showing you in the video right now because, well, you're watching the how to build pretty much. But here I am. This is where the vertical stabilizer part is. I just couldn't find, like, the correct angle. You can see me. You can't see it right now, but I was putting it up against there. Then I tried to flip it. And then I put it up against the screen again, but then it was too shallow. So then I just decided to go with it like this, as you can see. And I wasn't sure how to recreate that, like, flare at the bottom. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like this, like, it goes sideways and then it goes, like, up normally. I'm going to show you in a second. So I didn't have enough space to do it right there. So this is what I was talking about, like that. That's like a flare, kind of. Then all I have to do is, like, fill it in with empty fuel tanks. And then I select both of them and drain the fuel. And then I would just copy and paste all of them to have no fuel. And it would just go all around. And then I would select it all and turn it orange. The vertical stabilizer is a little bit short. But there's only so much you can do in Space Flight Simulator. To be honest, it feels more realistic than the actual thing. So yeah, that's it. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button for more content, and if you want to see those how to builds. And yeah, just save it, and I'll see you next time. Mission Moon Part 2. Final testing is coming out tomorrow. I guess I'll see you guys then. Bye.